Hey people, it's Ebony JB and I'm back with another video. In this video today, I am finally reacting and reviewing Westside Gunn's Supreme Blientele. Now, I hope I'm saying it right because that's the way I'm going to be saying it for the rest of the video. Something that's been long awaited, many requests for it, and I said it's gonna have to be the final episode of my Griselda series. So here it is. I'm very excited. I've officially listened to 3 bodies of work from Westside so far. I'm just gonna get into it. I'm not even gonna talk too much, guys. This is the final episode. I'm a bit sad, but stay tuned. Something might pop up on Patreon. Something might pop up on YouTube. I don't know.
You see, something's either happened or it's about to happen.
Griselda,
An unbelievable magnitude. Couple.
I'm not ready. Guys, I'm not ready. The tears are already there. Oh my gosh. What is that sound? Wait, I need to take it back. Like, how did it start? Just first second in, it started with that. This is not fair. I need some mental preparation. What is that? Sounds like some next old, like, voodoo lady.
Yeah, I'm ready for whatever, nigga.
I'm not.
Okay. Yep. Just like that.
Oh, this is not okay.
Even the FBI said the squad was violent. They labeled us young, wild, and homicidal.
Oh no! How can Benny come in like this? They labeled us young, wild, and homicidal. Like, of course they did. Deadly. This beat sounds like there's some voodoo going on in the streets now. Before it was just your strapping, you know, that was it. But now it's like it's your strapping voodoo. It doesn't sound normal. It sounds like deformed in some way. It doesn't. Oh my gosh.
Got his guidance, got in the game, and never got to get his input when I decided it's not something I'm as bright as my elders.
I love when it changes the tone and you hear in the background going as it's about to fall into the like, it's like, what? It's telling a story.
Right, set up by a nigga I served twice. He got picked up, then he bitched up like he was about to tie with them same cats in case I gotta get my name back. All them nights I had to pray for this, they gon' pay for this. Taking it, got a safe with no more space in it.
Oh no!
Put it on.
He said there's no more space in the safe. He said he's rich, but it's not clean money though. It's never clean money though. Could never be clean money though.
Y'all shocked? I'm out your league by a long shot. My team gave the city
And they hide, saying New York's fault. Didn't say his grace and he died. His first fault, make him do.
Oh, this is the second time I've heard Jada be so, like, really, like, gritty and guttery. The first time I was in the plugs, I met and I liked him there, and I'm liking him again here.
Thinking so you can say that I'm thoughtful. Yeah, we ain't got a corkscrew, fuck it, just push the cork through. Yeah, rolled them backs, I sold them packs. I started with the girl, never should've showed him smack. Stay the fuck out of the streets, they ain't for you.
Yo, back with the cereal smacks, acting studio bucket.
It makes all the sense. Westside, I was waiting for you. I have to reload that back because I just heard, hey yo, and I just was like, it was just like, that's it. That's it.
Stay the fuck out of the streets, they ain't for you.
Yo, back with the cereal smacks, acting.
But can we also deep, Jada Kiss just literally said, just stay out of the streets, this isn't for you. You don't belong here.
Morals, stay the fuck out of the streets, they ain't for you.
With the cereal smacks, acting studio bucket hat, stuffing cracks, 12 lumberjacks. My city's like, who that right there? They seen the Porsche like suspended, hanging out the passenger. Caused the massacre, jealous. Read the same book, but didn't understand the message. Go, trap box, I let the road stroll. Still cop peek about a boatload. Check the choke on the Eiffel on the postcard. Peace God, peace God, peace God.
What do I have to say about Gods Don't Bleed? Gods Don't Bleed is probably one of the best tracks I've ever heard in terms of this Griselda thing, in terms of like the Griselda scene right here and all the songs I've heard. at the top with like Black Tape from Conway's Reject 2, at the top with like 5 to 50, Mr. T, at the top with like Get Joe Pesci 38, all those tracks. At the top right there is this track. Gods Don't Bleed is at the top of them track. Gods Don't Bleed is definitely top 10. What the hell is this production? If it's Derringer, beautiful. If it's not Derringer, whoever you are, that is insane. I'm gonna look up on it. I'm gonna do my research after this video, but I cannot believe how amazing that production is. The Jadakiss feature, his voice sounded like dirt. I love the Jadakiss feature, and Westside just coming in at the end, finishing it off. It was excellent. It was exquisite, like exquisite, tantalizing.
Hey, yo.
I'm hearing some discordant keys. He's taking my heart already. Just take it right up my chest.
I'm selling 2 for 5. Coach swimming, we had to scoop.
Ooh, this is a very dark night. But all those things that happen in the night, all those things that go bump, this is the track for them, mate.
Blood off my mud rats, fuck rap. Goggles, Isabel Bernardo. Chop your head off, the rest will follow. You can't, I'm Hannibal then. Shoe surgeon, tinkers with the animal skin. You couldn't handle my pen. 5.
Yeah.
Stretch to 5. Whoa, give me 2 bricks, stretch to 5.
Dean Malenko was very, very good. It was great. I absolutely loved the production of it. The production of it was fantastic. It felt like something mystical, something eerie, definitely like happening within the nighttime, but it had like this kind of like magical element to it, especially with that chimey kind of effect that was going on. It sounded like fairy dust or something. So I loved the production and I loved the hook. It really like kind of captivates you, really gets your attention. This gave me a bit of a reggae vibe just there.
In the big indictment, I plug indecisive. Same work, different price. That about bigger when I get the diapers. We blew wit, money, cop, and blue ice. It's with 50 large to my bill hearing. The pop bustin' 2010 and I can still hear it. I rim my chips up so I can just pick up your hoe. I get my dick sucked, then I convince her to go.
Sounds like so prosperous. It sounds like there's so much prosperity here, sounds like there's just so much wealth, so much like profit. It felt, if the track just gives that kind of regality, gives that kind of status.
Hey yo, bricks in the Louis V duffel masterpiece collection. Hey yo, y'all can sell sweet. Your bitch on the bus looking like she pregnant. Peru flake outside, had to spend 60 in the shoe. 23 and 1, 500 burpees, all I knew. First day, any rice, skip my spot at the microwave. You gon' die tonight. Oh, fly nigga, fly
It's the
nigga.
machine, they act like they forgot. I'm about to hit the trips, take the spot. I'm on top, you ain't gon' take my spot. I feel rough, like young boys eating like they never seen a drought. In my trap, Eric copped out. He said that's better than life. I feel it, nigga.
It's that song there. It's got so much like affluence to it. It sounds so classy that it's like, it's the perfect kind of uplifting tune, even though they're talking about the rough parts of that lifestyle and just the severity of that lifestyle, and that lifestyle being one that isn't really classy. It is just quite gritty, it's quite garish, and they're talking about that, but the beat is so uplifting that you could find yourself listening to this fresh on a Monday morning in your car heading to work. You know, the skies is blue, just warm, just getting into the day. You know, it's got that kind of energy that is just like, you will listen to this and you will feel so uplifted, feel so like ready to take on anything. Not only because of the lyrics, which show that these guys are ready to take on anything, but also because of the production. It was great to hear Conway. It's great to hear Benny once again. Benny butchered it, as per usual. Westside, I absolutely loved his bit here. I loved Westside's flow here a lot.
This. And y'all still broke. This is Griselda.
Griselda.
Want you, ooh, like I do.
Yo, the elegance, hate the head cracks and Sean Elliott. 7, once I dropped this new batch, the fiends ain't nothing in. Hit roof and tell Kyoka me this was the flyest in all I had, all the bitches. dogs have had down the kill where it's running from me.
Okay, that is a stupid track. The sample was beautiful. The sample was excellent. And when Westside came in, he came in so effortlessly. It was like he was within his zone. Like, this was what he's used to. He's used to this. That is his element right there, rapping over those beautiful soul-enriched samples. But probably one of my favorite Westside tracks. That track right there is such a mood. Listen to that on a bright summer's day. Like, you could listen to that when you're in the hills amongst the rabbits and the hedgehogs. Ooh, we got the Keisha Plum here.
Hey yo, heckling the team, Fletcher nigga talking extra, never rode a bike. You can keep the straw, flags on the duplex, rule next. German suplex, the guy can commute. Remember when Pete shut up my house, trying to hit a goop. Mona Lisa, damn shit. The doors on the crane apple land lift. You had your cut, what's the logic? Palm swear I hate the rap niggas claiming that they can blow your head off with the clown on it, make my ears ring.
The lamb chops. He dresses his wife in Armani, mistress in Versace, and his hoe in Top Shop. Black smoke. Ain't no business like dope business. It's brutal. She hear my poetry and her pussy get moist.
What can I say? Another great track. RVD was brilliant. I think this is probably my favorite ever Keisha Plum feature. I just like the imagery she gave. I like the story she told of like the status quo of like just the street. Track here, Westside did very well on top of this production as per. The broken sounding keys were great.
I know some niggas got two bodies and still a teenager. I know fiends that wanna lick the rest of you off the race suit up shit. I know some niggas squinting upstate and got cut quick. I know niggas that'll put money on your head. I'm that one. Keep the matching for that fuck. Wish they could see me now.
No, this just makes sense. This just makes sense. There's a certain nostalgia to this track which I really appreciate.
Can't nobody.
I think it's that wind instrument there in the background, just adding that soul, making it like taking you back. But him just saying like, I know these guys, I know guys like this, I know guys like that. I really like that run that he had in the beginning verse. And then the hook, which I'm guessing I've just heard, it sounds so breezy. It sounds so chill and relaxed, like he's sitting back and like, I wish they could see me now. Like, I'm up now.
I'm that one. Keep the matching for that fuck. Yo, every color Lambo truck we parading. OG just came home from being caged in. Don't tell. If he don't have a body, did that nigga go to hell? Going up 30 with a sand on the scale. Can't nobody fuck with me. I'm that one. You so wish she gon' see me now.
This is probably one of my favorite Westside tracks, up there with Mr. T. I'm not even joking. That track is beautiful and I love the hook and I love his lyrical skill here.
Macho Man. Elizabeth has been a big part of your success.
How you gon' walk with all that jury on law? Christian Simmons, favorite God floors. Duffel filled with cocaine. Craig Greenfields, Bagiola. Scale breakers, I got the best runners. Every mornings I gave a wake up.
The production selection has not missed. Every single track, production-wise, is beautiful. Like, what this guy does when he's picking these joints is like, what the hell? It's like there's crack in every joint. Like, you can't not become addicted to it.
Walking over water in my spare time. Red rhyme, shootouts and broad.
It's like, you know, like them old cowboy movies. Like when they're standing and they got their boots in the sand. And they got their hand on their holster and they're looking at the other person on the other side and they're ready for that shoot off. that kind of eerie, kind of like Wild West sound. I'm getting that from this track.
I wish I fuck nigga would. I got the stakes up. Don't get your baby mom stitched up. I kick the door down. Got a picture of shots from the second floor. Lord, to try to sneak me, jump behind for me. These new niggas bore me. I ain't sorry. I body you.
The Stefflon Don track, ironically enough, is not the track. It's the track I've liked the least so far. I genuinely feel like that has the least replay value for me. I liked it to vibe to it within the moment, but can I listen to it again in the future a lot? Will it make the playlist? I don't think so. Again, a lot of the end of that track was just the kind of wrestling scene. So that track is actually even very short. I feel like it just didn't get enough.
Randy on the punch with his dope spoon. Louis slippers, Louis robes on my mistress.
It's like we're in the street, but not the ordinary streets, you know, of Earth. It's like we in space streets.
All my niggas decorated in your trenches.
I think I very much like Sabu's because of the kind of where it takes us. It's insane. I've never really heard that kind of vibe before given to me from Griselda. I feel like it's an excellently produced track with a whole new vibe I've never experienced before. So that's why I very much like that track. And because Westside is so unique, he was perfect for that track. I feel like his flow and his tone can fit that kind of vibe excellently.
Calabashes out of Calabashes up the Mackie. All white fatigue with the armies head off from all angles. Alchemist, cool hoodies, boom, shipping food. Soda laying on $10,000 sofas. I dare one of y'all to step on the waves, runners plain summer. Hit the West Coast, brains and waves. I got rich off of cocaine. Yours never came back with a shame.
Hey look, my dog is Griselda on another run, and that's major facts. And y'all put guns in hands of niggas, y'all know ain't gon' clap. I got all my family on drugs, that's what made me with the soda. If I don't answer for the plug, that's gon' make them miss his quota. My niggas stand up, my Glock shoot straight, crime do pay. This Nike box is not for shoe space. Y'all got do.
Nike box is not for shoe space. What is it? What is it for then? What is it for then? I know the answer. I'm asking you guys the question. What's the Nike box for? What is it for?
In guitar cases, blood on the long acres.
Caught like I'm chopping beats, they call me Mr. Walt Bang. Master the great of birth this evening. Pop the bottle cork and spray. Pipe your bitch till she's sleeping. Show my brother be forced to pay. Cock fabrics even when I'm in my street clothes. This motherfucker distribute butter like I'm spreading it on.
BROSSFACE BRIPPLER. I mean, that right there with Busta and Benny. Busta Rhymes, it was great to hear him there. Sounding like the very, very, very old, just new, fresh into it Busta Rhymes with that agginess there. And we had Benny, of course, just excellently expressing himself. Busta's feature, it really surprised me to see Busta Rhymes that I'm thinking Busta Rhymes is working with these guys. These guys have got some big features, some big names on some of their tapes, you know. That in that Drake interview, he was saying he would love to do something with Benny, and you know, that's a big name, that's Drake. As commercial as some might say he is, and as pop as some might say he is, he's a very talented artist. And to have Drake wanting to work with Griselda, it goes to show these guys are so big.
Wow. I'm stuffing Jabo in my pantalones. Mommy nervous for I leave, she holla bendiciones. This just make porous. I said a prayer for every smoker twitching. Cause what good is faith when there's no intention?
Is this Crime Apple? He sounds great.
Stallions with the fatty say I ought to wife it. Instead it's Uber Lyft. Where the fuck was you when everything was looking frightening? I only had a bottle, bitch.
That is a statement. Where was you when everything was looking frightening? Not even like, where was you when I was down? Where was you when I was broke? Where was you when I was like a nobody and I hadn't made it yet? Like, not even that. Where was you when things were looking frightening? That's how you know that that person really wasn't their own.
That my time is priceless. Made my soul comfy, found a new balance. Rather let karma kill you, I don't do malice.
Folk my craft help me stack the cheese, so I stay away from rats who fold like the back of knees.
Teacher, please believe I'm on the insane diet. Back and roll with the science, 3 of them just died.
The guitar in this sounds stupendous.
I
don't know where it's taking me. It's taking me somewhere I've never been before, and I'm like, I don't even care if I don't know this place. Like, take me there. I love the Crime Apple feature. My gosh, I'm listening to him. He really caught my attention. I very much liked him. Spanish Jesus was a good track for me simply because of that feature. I feel like this track enabled him to really showcase his skill. It was great to hear this feature.
Griselda,
On whole punches, it's that flying fist of fury. You wish I had no leg to stand on when no podiatrist to cure me. My life at the crown, get they rubies jack. My dogs will smack you up like a Scooby snack. We face major Orkland son to teach how to shoot baskets and guns for fun. You've been in the presence of a Jedi. Gypsy read my take lights. Different from what the fake right, but similar to a snake bite. You rather me slow up and see my brake lights. Yo, main squeeze before my plane leaves. I'm so cold, she slurp me up and catch a brain freeze. Then I stroke and smack it in the smoking jacket.
So hoes bring from the kid, reminiscing in my cell. I used to have the block clicking. Duffel bag, no. 3/4 Balenciagas. We ran the phone, you niggas was shook.
Really love the LZ feature. He's got that constant like hip in his flow, which is great. I love it. He sounds very familiar to me, but I like that. I like his contribution a lot. And I absolutely love the production of this track because it was quite an up-tempo track. So it didn't have like that kind of drag and that kind of dreariness of like that dark, despondent sound that we hear a lot of in Griselda. It sounded a bit more like quick pace. It was like more about the motion, more about being on the move, more about being on the go. There was no pause to it. So I like that.
With my eyes closed. The beam and grill rhyme English. Awake, rockin' the wake. Shot him out the gate. Chopper got no brakes. The bitches loving that clip in the text. Show on slip the best.
Well, if you must know, bucko, you must know. Bust the pump, slug stuck in your stucco. Shells so bad, never know. I stay clean while I'm all stone. But I was low, my cover was blown. You sing like a note on the old trombone.
I feel like Rock Marciano really very much matches this vibe because this vibe sounds very airy, sounds very like loose, carefree, whimsical. And I feel like his tone and the way he flows is quite borderless as well. So I feel like his flow is very much matching this production. We have Rock Marciano again in the Griselda project. I know the comments are going to be flooding telling me I've got to react to Reloaded or I've got to react to something from him, and I will. It's coming.
Take my heat, one half for the Cocoa Brothers. I let the cold feel like cocoa butter. Yeah, this is culture, my folks are smoking butter. Smoking tongues like I sent old bars. The bars was lost, it ain't no bubble gum. They never seen us.
This track right, but then when those vocals come in with that choir, I just feel like it's too loud. I feel like the rappers start to then, Rock Marciano and Westside start to sound very quiet, and those vocals seem to be overpowering them, so I'm struggling to hear, especially because Rock Marciano's voice is already quite low and quiet. He doesn't rap with so much emphasis. He raps with ease. But I very much like the production of Rick Martel, just minus that bit there, that bit where I feel like it got a bit too overpowering over the actual rappers. And I like the vibe it gave.
Static Selector.
Yo, fuck these niggas, Lord.
Oh.
Yo, I'm not flashing impeccable. Hanging out the core mail king, I let the dash and blow. My that's a slow week. I don't wanna talk unless it's all keys. Over scales, I pray wearing a flake. Bought 3 phones this year, nigga. I'm straight. Some store with splits, get off on my dick. besides all of my wrists, I'd rather catch a body than you taking my shit. Factual. A1 niggas eating mackerel. This for my niggas getting mail every day. My niggas still dropping bodies, still heavyweight. My main niggas.
All these motherfuckers been patiently waiting to get it.
Oh,
Peeps and fire body parts on the street. Nigga, Westside.
oh, excellent sample. Listen, I'm really appreciating that right now. I'm loving it.
Be you, I'd rather jump off a bridge first. Carry a man, I'd rather carry my kids first.
This is up there with one of my favorite Westside tracks. This really is. The production is brilliant. It's like, I love when it builds up, because it's like, at first it just sounds like a really street rap track, but then it builds up and again it gets that prosperous vibe added to it. I just love it, and I love Westside flowing on it. We got my guy Anderson .Paak.
Can you fall on your knees for girl? I didn't come for jokes, I didn't come for games, I didn't come to play with your ladies. Can you fall on your knees for jokes, I didn't come for games, I didn't come to play with your ladies. Can you fall on your knees for girl? I didn't come for jokes.
Down we was back and wait, fiend almost scratched his arm off, he couldn't wait. Rich niggas rocking it for riches.
That production sounds like a sample. The dun dun dun. It sounds like something else. It just hit me that hearing Westside flowing on this kind of melody with the feature of Anderson .Paak has me really anticipating this R&B album that is set to come out from Westside. Because as I've said in a previous video, I feel like he is the one in Griselda that can really body such a genre because of how unique he is. How I felt like he could definitely fit into different pockets and not just be in one pocket. So I'm excited to see him doing that kind of R&B sound. We get little tastes of it in different projects that he's in.
This loofah maneuver. Only cooked it one time and we blew up. No goons.
This is like easy music. It just comes with such an ease. Like this is like sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. This is what that feels like. It just feels so easy.
In the kitchen with my dance, I'm the cooking nigga. 61, we call this Master Everlasting. Mr. Machine Gun every day that'll fuck.
Okay. I feel like Anderson, of course, has got that soul bluesy voice, perfect for this track, which has that vibe in its production. And Westside completely bodied this track. Another Westside favorite, I think. I think WrestleMania 20 is actually another Westside favorite. I genuinely just love the beauty and the ease of it.
It's straight. You can wait on the stream all you want. They fuck around and can treat your stream, boy. Yeah. I told niggas the true cryptocurrency imagery, and if none of that shit you want, you pray for them niggas.
And we have A.A. Rashad talking about Renaissance and art and literally describing Griselda, Westside in very, descriptive terms, but it all boils down to the fact that he's expressing the resurgence of this artful hip hop music that we got in the 90s and the late 90s. He's saying this is coming back now and people are really going to appreciate it, and those people that appreciate it then are the people that are going to appreciate it now. You know what I mean? That this is genuine real music, genuine art. It's a resurgence of what was before, but it's again something new. It's beautiful, really. So we got A.A. Rashad, or Rashid, I should say, not Rashad. Rashid, we just got him talking his stuff. I understand now why I got a lot of recommendations to listen to this. I genuinely understand now. It's simply because this is Westside. Like, this album right here. I've heard Fly God, and I thought Fly God was Westside. Because for me, Fly God, I feel like it was the favourite body of work I've ever heard from Westside at that point when I'd listened to it. Now I've listened to Supreme Blientele, and I feel like it's the best piece of Westside work I've ever heard. It's replaced Fly God. Simply because look at the strength of the album from tracks 1 to 8. Minus the big homie on, there's nothing really there, but like Gods Don't Bleed, Dean Malenko, Brutus, AMHERST STATION, RVD, Elizabeth, Mean Gene. That run there is beautiful. And then Steph London was weak for me, but we go back with Sabu and BROSSFACE BRIPPLER, Spanish Jesus, the STEINERS, Rick Martel. We have some excellent features here showcasing their stuff, as well as beautiful production. Very vibey and collected outro with WrestleMania 20, and also Westside also kind of adds to that as well. It also adds to that kind of riding out conclusive ending. Supreme Blientele is the strongest thing I've ever heard from my side, and I now understand why you guys told me Ebony freaking react to this, man. Overarching statement I have for this album is that it is very comprehensive. Nothing didn't make sense. In terms of creative sense, you guys know that's one of my criteria. Let's actually get to my criteria. Creative sense, this album right here, if I could tick creative sense like 50 times, this album made so much creative sense. Every vibe that they were trying to create was maintained. The features contributed to the vibe each time. The production was matched by some brilliant storytelling that fit into the theme of the production. Thematically, the album made so much sense. So creatively, the album made so much sense. How many boom tracks? And as I said, that first 7-track run at the beginning, that run was insane. So that's already 7 tracks there in my playlist. And then I very much liked Sabu, BROSSFACE BRIPPLER, Spanish Jesus was excellent with the feature. It was just a thing where there's so many boom tracks here that it's almost like out of the 17 songs, maybe like 12 boom tracks. Did it take me on a journey? It really did. It really did. We started a bit more darker at the start, taking us right into the gutter. We went into the middle where it got a bit more regal, got a bit more softer, and towards the end it sounded very airy, sounded very classical, sounded very like nostalgic. And so it took me on a very conclusive and comprehensive journey. I absolutely loved it. It ticked 3 of my criteria, and so because of that, this album is scoring very high. This album is getting a 9 out of 10 for me. The only reason why it's not a 10 out of 10 for me is because that Steph London track has let me down. I really wish that the track with someone from my scene as the title did better than it did. So that is my reaction, guys, and review to Westside Gunn, Supreme, Blientele, and that is the last episode of Griselda. Or is it? If you like this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to leave a comment down below of your thoughts. I'll see you guys all next time.